did my undergraduate from BITS Pilani Goa campus in computer science, and during the third year of my studies over there, I got a chance to work at PayPal, which is a fintech company in India, and originally the company is from the US. I worked as a risk analyst at PayPal for over 6 months. Which was part of the PS2 program that BITS provides to students. So after the 6 months at PayPal, I appeared into interviews, and which got converted to a full-time offer as a software engineer. Then after I graduated from BITS, I started working at PayPal in 2018, I believe. Yeah. So and I spent around 1 year and 4 months or so at PayPal, wherein I worked on analytical data services teams and developed some automation functionalities for risk analysts. After PayPal, I worked for about 6 months at ePayLater, wherein I got hands-on experience in various tools and got a bit more ownership than I was used to at PayPal in building new stuff. I applied to multiple places, especially in the Europe and in Ireland basically, and there I got offers from Trinity College Dublin, DCU, and University College Cork, but they were not fully funded offers. I had to pay for them, and you know how it goes. Like, so it's quite an expensive kind of education for me, and I believe taking a loan was certainly not an option for me. So I had also applied to University of Cape Town, and there was an opening with a professor over here, and the area of interest was also appealed to me. So I went for that fully funded option and started my master's. The first factor was obviously because my relatives are living there, and it's like a second home for me. I was planning to go to South Africa, but on a visitor's visa, but since COVID happened, I could not go, and I was looking to apply from within South Africa. So but that didn't happen, since when I knew that one professor is looking for a student in his lab, and the area was in systems and networking, which is like one of my favorite areas. So I applied, and it was given that it was a fully funded option, I went for it, and the cost was enough to cover living expenses as well as the fees. So that was the only reason I chose South Africa. My undergraduate GPA was 7.5, which was kind of on the lowish side, but I tried to compensate it with publications. I published a couple of papers in my area of interest, one of which was in an international conference, and one of them was in a conference based in South Africa. So I did not appear for GRE because GRE was waived off for most of the schools. And I did appear for TOEFL. In TOEFL, I scored 107 marks. And I appeared in October last year, in 2021. The course fees is around 33,000 rands. Rands is South African currency. So and I have been paid around 200,000 rands worth of scholarship, which covers the tuition fees as well as the living cost. My dream companies would be Facebook, Amazon, and Google, because while working at PayPal, most of my friends had been shifting to these companies, and one of the reasons for going to these companies is that they work on the best technologies that are available, and also that they have good employee benefits. So here in South Africa, the study visa this condition for study visa is that you get to work 20 hours a week. So when you are doing a master's, let's say, you can work with the part-time companies, and I think there are quite a few portals which help you get a job over here, similar to the ones that we have in India. And you can also get teaching assistantships and research assistantships within the department, and I have been doing a research assistantship as well as a teaching assistantship with my supervisor, as well as the department. So I get to teach a programming course to first year students, and the experience is quite good, and the university also pays well for this. I think I'm paid for about 8 hours a week, and the rates per hour is about 140 rands. Living expenses are not very much in Cape Town. Cape Town is quite it's not quite expensive of a city to live in. So, and the stipend is good enough to manage everything. But I'm staying with my uncle who also was doing a PhD in Cape Town, and he has graduated now. So I'm staying with my uncle over here. Yeah. People can visit. Actually, the campus itself is very, very beautiful. It's located on the it's located below the Table Mountains, which is like the landmark of Cape Town. But if you are a hiker, you can go to Lions Head Mountain, or there are quite a few hikes. There are Kirstenbosch Gardens, and yeah, there are quite a few places that people can go around and have fun. So my advice will be specific to research kind of degrees. If people are interested in pursuing research over a longer period of time, or even if they want to pursue industrial research, I would say that you need to know your projects very well. Each of the projects that you involve yourself in, you should try to get it published in some kind of a conference, be it national, international, or maybe even a local conference. And make sure that you get your communication skills on point. You should be able to collaborate with other researchers as well as professors. So yeah, try to be in contact with as many people as you can, and be good at your stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be like computer science, or it may be in any field that you are. So yeah, that would be my advice to anyone who's trying to pursue a research degree.